Okay, ladies, I had to come back. Y'all, let me tell y'all. I put that little thing on Chloe's mouth. She then went back to sleep, so I'm going to do this real quick. I want to know, do you think a man that is in a relationship, situationship, having sex with a woman that has some sort of mental disorder, whether it's been medically diagnosed, or if she's just one of these women that's undetected right away and she's psychotic, she shows those signs of psychological issues, what does that make him? Do you think that a man becomes mentally dysfunctional by being with a woman that's mentally dysfunctional? And this is where I'm coming from, for those of y'all that want to respond. I'm going to tell you something. I noticed there are a lot of mentally disturbed men. But a lot of these men have been in relationships, marriages, had children from women that have mental issues. I'm talking about some of them medically, like serious mental issues. Others, women that's just crazy. I'm not talking about crazy with a K like me and like some of you all may identify with. I'm talking about crazy with a C, delusional, aggressive, women that become stalkerish, women that become harassers, women that are bad liars, women that are troublemakers, women that are bothered in life, disturbed in life, women that are highly promiscuous. I'm speaking on those type of issues. Okay, you said, I think they don't see it till someone says something. But this is what I'm saying. How they don't recognize it up front, or even like, let's say a person has been involved with a person for a while. Let's say a year to make it even. You mean to tell me in a year you can't pick up on some signs of something being off with a person, that she may be a little disturbed? I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole thing of we attract people that need healing, there are some people that we are not going to be able to heal. When we attract people that God sent to us, those people, we are reachable. We can reach them. You know what I'm saying? We can exchange with them. Whenever there's some sort of disturbance, discord, or if the energies are off, those people are not assigned to us. I firmly believe in that. Kissy, exactly. I think some of these men have mental issues. Exactly. We definitely can't save everybody. We attract what we are, and we have to be honest about that. We attract what we are. When people get, and I just think these dysfunctional relationships, is something wrong with people's brain. They don't think the same. And I think people try to fix people too goddamn much. Yep, they have it real bad. I think that people have just become accustomed to very dysfunctional individuals, and they tolerate a whole lot. They mask it or they cover it up because of, various reasons. But I just firmly believe they see this stuff. And when these men start saying, oh, she's strange, she crazy. Well, how you stay with her that long? I don't care if it's in a marriage. I don't care if it's in boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, living together. How do you stay with them that long? How do you bear fruit with a person like that, with a crazy person? When you say, oh, she's delusional, oh, she's deranged, that's a sign that's your ass too. That's you. That's who he is. And I think that's why people get a, arrested development. I don't know about that. Because arrested development means your mind has been restricted. Mental disorders, it could be many types of mental disorders. It's all types of names and, titles out here. But what I'm saying is these men get in these relationships with those type of women, and they become damaged. And this is what I'm recognizing. when they are out of those relationships, it's most of the time because they're forced out. Because if the woman is not trying to unalive him or have someone unalive him, then guess what? She is cheating just as much as him, but they're not equally yoked and they're not going to stay together, not in peace anyway. But when they get out of those relationships, they're damaged and they have baggage. And the same mental issues she has, I've noticed men start having mental issues. Some people call it midlife crisis, but no, 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 no. There's some, but let me tell you something. Sex is the highest form of agreement that we will ever come to or connect with on this earth. When you have sex with somebody, that's the highest form of agreement. You become one with that person. The fact of the matter is, just think about somebody them sexually exchanging bodily fluids. She's not only becoming him, he's becoming her. But what if they both have dysfunctional traits mentally and they offset each other? Exactly. I just feel like some of this stuff with these men, and I'm not blaming the other woman because she's crazy, or let's say a mental disorder, because she has a mental disorder. But how, I mean, do y'all think it's wrong for people to stay with a person that has a mental disorder, or to break up with a person that has a mental disorder? I believe it's hard for those bonds to be broken, and I believe they have bonds of mental disorder, emotional disorder, and spiritual disorder. I also feel like that's why these men are highly desensitized. I think a person should get help for their partner. But guess what? If you getting help for your partner and y'all still having the same issue, and if your partner does not, let's say a person is diagnosed with something and they're supposed to be on medicine. If that person does not take the medicine, or take something extra with the medicine, that's that is y'all, it's not gonna work. That's what I'm saying, is not gonna work, meaning that person does not want to get help. You can only help a person to the point of them wanting to be helped. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It definitely are so many variables, but I still go back to the bottom line. When there's a when there's and people end up having things happen to them in life, as far as car accidents, other traumatic experiences, that cause mental illness. But mental illness is real, and some of these men, they're not wrapped too tight in the brain. Now let me ask y'all this: do you regard it mental illness when a person wants to unalive you? I don't think that's mental illness. I think that could be a person that definitely may have some sort of disorder, but they got enough sense to want to get rid of your ass so they could have whatever they can get from you, or just not want you around. I don't think that's a mental disorder. I think that's a person that may be able to camouflage something or use it as an excuse. They don't leave these mental people. They truly don't. Mm, People that are mental, I don't think they need someone to talk to. I think they need medicine. I think they need medicine. I'm talking about professional They need a not a psychologist, like a psychiatrist. And let me tell you why I'm having this discussion. I was thinking about different things, and I was reading on some stuff as I was rocking Chloe to sleep. But every once in a while, I'll come back and I'll go through the comments and just, see what y'all are saying about stuff. So I was reading the other comments. Do you know some of the women that are stalking y'all are disturbed? Do you know how many women stalk other women because they are disturbed and they are obsessed? They have obsessive behaviors. These things show themselves before, furthering a relationship. I just think people dismiss yellow warning signs before they get a red flag. And I was reading some of the comments and what a person was saying. And this person had over 100 comments. All their comments were bad. I'm talking about negative, downright derogatory. Okay, now to this person down here at the bottom, I'm glad they're honest about it. Let me ask you this. Do you take medicine? Because I have a family member that's schizophrenic and they're on medicine by the state. They're supposed to take medicine by the state. When these type of diagnoses are given, it's typically a component of medication given with it. And we pray you get restored from all of that. But if you don't mind us asking, are you on medication or are you supposed to be on medication? Big dog, if you still on here. While I'm waiting for that, I just feel like there's a grand move of mental disorders. Um People displaying mental behaviors. And I think a lot of these men are mental as well. I really do. I think a lot of these men are disturbed. And I think a lot of them have been in relationships that have been a big disturbance in their life. And they have settled. They think they've compromised, but they've actually settled to stay in that, disturbed atmosphere or relationship. Okay, she has a bipolar disorder, but does she take medicine? How do you cope with being in a relationship with someone that's bipolar? Exactly. You don't know when they're gonna click, you don't know when they're gonna fly off the handle, and you do not know, when something terrible, horrible, or extremely bad may happen. Yep. Losing a loved one does trigger mental illness. People that are PTSD, those type of things trigger mental illness as well. Now, see, Caroline, I truly believe that's possible. I want to read this statement here. Caroline said, diagnosed with 7 mental disorders. Got off medication. I changed my life, people, places, and things. I stayed out of relationships until I fixed the problem inside of me. I think that's exactly where it starts. There's a problem on the inside of a person. And I'm talking about a person that has some sort of mental disorder. A lot of times, some of these people know what they're doing. And that's why their mental disorder has a different name to it. Mental illness, I think there's a difference between mental illness and a person that has psychological disorders, problems. I'm talking about these disturbed people. Lord, and here come Chloe and these little 15, 20-minute naps. But I just wanted to see, so most of the time I was left in the dark, guessing how to better support them. Yep. And having sex with them makes it worse. I believe it. I don't find anything attractive about a person that I know has a mental disorder. I'm going to tell you that I don't find anything attractive about them. I don't find anything attractive about these men that try to play women that may have a strong mind or do have a strong mind, and they try to play the woman like someone that they once were with, because men have become notorious for that. They will call a woman crazy, delusional, try to make her look crazy and delusional because they've done something wrong or because they have some sort of disorder. I don't find that shit attractive. I don't want him. I don't desire him. I don't give a darn how fine he is. He would be the most unattractive man on earth to me, because that lets me know there's something on the inside of him that's not right. And it's more than just that. The fact that he does that is just a prerequisite of what he can and capable of doing more of. I don't find that stuff attractive. Y'all, hold on. Let me see if I can hold this pacifier. Lord, Chloe. Okay, so yes, let me get back to that. I want to close on that. These men that will try to make you look like you are the one with the issue. These men that play these games between women. They try to make them look like they're jealous. These men that lie to their families and friends. They try to make you look like you have started something, especially when they've kept you in the dark. I feel like something is deeply rooted in those kind of men, and I just don't find them attractive. I feel like something is off. I feel like something is completely off. I'm going to tell you something else that's terrible out here. These people that spiritually and religiously try to abuse the name of God to try to make someone else look like a demon or a devil when they are damn near reprobate mind. I think there's a lot in the dating pool. There's a lot out here. And I think people, to be honest with you, ladies, you have to be very discerning. We got to stay on our toes. And it's not just men, woman to man, or man to woman. It's just, whatever. It's because it's both parties. It's a lot out here in both pools, but you got to stay on your toes to know what you're getting. And I'm telling you, if a man calls me strange, If he says I'm disturbed, if he tells somebody I'm crazy, tells somebody I'm stalkerish or delusional, I promise you, I swear for God on my dead body, that is a man who will never in his damn life have to worry about me ever trying to interact with him again. I promise you that. Because I know for a fact there is something on the inside of him that's highly wrong. These men have become disturbed, and I think it's something spiritually wrong with them. That's why they do that. Yeah, I'm telling you, be careful. I don't be careful with women that do that too. When women try to play you fool or say little things around that, be careful, because more than likely there is something that person is hiding from you about themselves that they are doing to you. They want you to think you fool. They want you to think you're crazy. But guess what? It's not you, it's them. Yeah, I do. I absolutely agree with that. Lost souls, they don't. It's a lot of lost people out here. And I think lost people have manifested other lost people, in their life. And I'm sorry to say it, y'all, but I do. I think some people are just doomed. And I think they're going to perish. That's just my opinion on it, because their actions of life show it. I think some people, they have gone too far. And I know people say, oh, it's never too late to try. It's never too late to start over. But when a person is at a certain age and they are still doing dysfunctional things, something is wrong with that person. And I think people do have a spiritual retardation to themselves. And that spiritual retardation is on the inside, honey. I think there are a lot of lost people out here. A lot of lost people. And sadly, but the people who are not lost or may have a sense of direction, they're so busy trying to make you look like you're lost, you're delusional, you're obsessive, you're crazy, you're bipolar, it's you. But they stay hidden from you, but talk about you in the outer, the outer courts. Exactly. That's why, you know what? That's why I said, when you said, and the sad part is they are mindful of what they are doing, and they are. That's why there's a difference with mental illness, mental disorders, and a person that's psychiatric. I forgot the different terms, but it's a difference in all of that. And some of these people need some help, but some of these people, you can't help them because they're past the point of help. They know what they are, they know what they're doing, and they're comfortable in it. And people that are in those kind of relationships, especially when they're long-term relationships, nobody will never be able to fool me and tell me that people don't know. I'm talking about after you're in a relationship and being in it for a while, that they don't find out that person is off or has some sort of difference about them that's highly disturbed. It's some disturbed people out here. But I tell you, I will always stand by this. When a person cannot, when a person can play mental or say they're mental, but they can pay someone to unalive you, they can do this stuff that they call spiritual attacking, witchcraft, voodoo, black magic, hexing, love spells. When they can steal from you, when they can rob you, their ass ain't mental. They know that you are the mental one to be with them. They're not mental. They know it's you. I don't give a damn what nobody say about that. You want your binky? Yep. When you call them out, definitely. You know, a couple weeks ago when I was just praying and jotting some things down that I heard in the spirit, one of the things the Holy Spirit spoke so clearly to me is the target that men have become, certain type of men, the target that they have become, and how certain women are sought after. Certain men are targeted, but he also told me and showed me that the men that are targeted, they put themselves in that position to be targeted. The women that are sought after, I'm gonna tell you something. Spiritual women are sought after. Women, let me keep all that to myself right now. Yeah. You know what? I don't even have a problem with a person doing a background check on me, and looking into my background. I don't have a problem because there's nothing that, you know, a person can't find that I won't tell you. It's people that we think live their truth, and you don't even look. But then stuff comes to you. Those are the people. You be like, well, darn, I thought you would have been of a certain standard. You the low grade person. Yeah, I don't have an issue personally with background checks. I think they should be done. At the same time, I think people should just be honest. And you have to do background checks nowadays because people are, you know, dishonest. But guess what we see on that background check, we may see something good, but the character comes out when we begin to interact with them, when we begin to have dialogues with them, or that may sometimes, excuse me, turn into a monologue when we begin to exchange life with them, and we see they have a consistency at being inconsistent. When we see that the committal is really them being non-committal, they're committed to being a, you know, in and out, committed to being here and there. So sometimes we just don't always see everything just on a professional background. It's when we exchange energy, and everything is about chance. I'm sure we all get that and understand it. But some things that people just tell you up front, they know you wouldn't deal with it. It's like a man that, you know, wants to have multiple people in his life, but you are believing God for a soulmate, a companion, a life partner. So therefore, you honest with him about that. So he begins to tell you what you want. I was talking to one of my friend girls, one of my older friend girls about this last night. I said dating can be so simple if women or men just do these three things. Oh, y'all, let me hold on. My dryer keep going off. The timer. So I'm doing damage to it. Oh. Hold on. I was going to do a late night chat, but we can do it now. Let me tell you 3 things that will tell you, and not just tell you, but show you clearly if a man is into you. And I want to ask y'all something as well. What's the matter, boo? Okay. You good? And put your blanket on. You want your blanket? Cool. Every time I get this blanket, now you, there you go. You feel good? Okay, good. Number 1, if you are dating a man, his time, pay attention to his time. When y'all see each other, where y'all see each other. Are y'all going out in public? Are y'all always behind closed doors? His time. How does he spend his time with you? That will show you one level of him. Another important level. If he spends money on you, that don't mean hundreds and thousands of dollars. Does he buy you lunch? Exactly right, Chloe. Does he buy you lunch? Does he bring you lunch? You know, does he say, babe, you need anything from the store? I'm in Walmart. I need some, you need some tissue. You know, you need some sanitary napkins. You need some towels. Just how he spends his money on you. Do y'all, travel together? Do y'all take vacation together? Those 2 things. First thing is his time. Second thing is his money. The third thing, if he's sleeping with you, if he's having sex with you, when do y'all have sex? Where do y'all have sex? How do y'all have sex? That will tell you the type of relationship. All we need are those 3 things. If his time gets a little funny, he getting busy at work, he got to do something with his friends. If he happen to have children, he got to do something with his kids. If he start having an excuse, his time is getting a little funny. Pay attention. Pay attention. Hold on, y'all. Let me pay attention if his time gets a little funny. Then the number 2 thing. If he begins to get stingy with his money, his hand begins to draw back. He can't do anything for you. He can't spend anything on you. Pay closer attention. The third thing that we said, sex. If that man and you are having sex and y'all are not having sex at all or as often, or the dynamics of the sex changes, baby, I assure you, that's a telltale sign that somebody else is there. See, it leads up to that. If he starts off being consistent in those 3 areas and then they start faded and getting, inconsistent, pay attention. And I don't understand why people have a hard time with that. Just pay attention. Pay attention to what he gives you, what he does for you. And I'm not saying just a man. Thank you, Chloe. And I'm not saying just a man giving you everything. It's just those 3 simple things. It's just those 3 simple things. That's it. That'll show you who he is to you or who he's building to be to you. People don't pay attention to time. In that time, it's communication. How does a man communicate with you? Does he call you on the phone? Does he text you? If people that text all the time, something to me personally, if you always have to text, why can't you pick that phone up? Why I can't ever hear your voice? Why would you not want to hear my voice? Something is off with that. Text messages only? That makes it convenient. If a man only wants to come to your house, y'all can't ever go out. Y'all can't ever do anything. It's almost like you are a secret. He's hiding you, or he's trying to keep him and you from running into somebody that they may say they're in a relationship with him. So he's trying to keep you, alienated in one area. If he's calling for sex, and y'all don't do 1 and 2, y'all don't have no time, y'all not communicating, and y'all aren't making exchanges of, when I say money, I mean like, dinner, lunch, casual friendship, stuff like that. There's no time. Why would sex even be on the table? Before you can even get to the ego, see, people that have ego, let me say, this ego comes into play when typically after you've been involved with somebody. These people don't start off egotistical, y'all. They get egotistical because they think they have you. That's when they get like that. Ego don't show itself in the front. Oh, bless you, boo. Mm-mm. Now, ladies, let me ask you this. I was watching, I like Sherry Shepherd. I forgot the young lady who was on the show. She's a celebrity though, but she was saying she was 2 years celibate. I'm gonna do some little shorts on this so we can get other women involved and hopefully men as well. But tell me what y'all think about this. She said since being celibate in 2 years, you know, her awareness is better. She has better clarity. She can tell what a man does and does not want with her because she doesn't sleep with him. So she says she encourages women not to have sex, you know, just to wait until you find the right one. Now, I have a bit of a difference on that. And this is it. Every woman does not need to not have sex to know if a man wants her or not. Because a lot of women are very vocal, very upfront. A lot of women know what they want and know who they want, and they can just discern if you know what level of them that man wants. So a lot of women feed certain parts of them to a man and he gets but so much of her. And some women are not convicted in having sex, and that's fine. So we can't judge those that do. But if you don't have clarity, this is my opinion. This is just a general opinion. If you are a woman and it takes you not having sex to be discerning or have clarity, that has nothing to do with that man. That's you. That has nothing to do with men. That's you. Because that means you're too gullible. You're too open. You're too flexible. Somebody can tell you anything and he feels like he can get over with it. I don't think that has anything to do with men. Clarity is just you pay attention. You know what it is. And also you ask the right questions. What are we? What are we doing? Are we dating? Dating is just going out with each other. There's no commitment in dating. We're getting to know each other. Are we pursuing each other? Pursuing is equal. Equal, even exchange. Courtships is you and that person. Y'all have a title. So, you know, a lot of women just ask up front. And yeah, women, some of us, we are just as fine with having a person as a sexual partner. Because you may not you may not check the bar off everything that we want. So I don't think that's necessarily true. I think celibacy is a beautiful thing. I love it. It's amazing. But just because a woman isn't celibate does not mean that she doesn't have clarity. Does not mean that she doesn't have understanding. Does not mean that she does not have spiritual discernment. That doesn't mean that. Who put their address in here? You said who is a troll? You said magical is a troll. Oh. Why you ain't block her, boo? I thought you, because you a moderator. Yeah. You still up there from that last time. Thank you. I'm just reading some of these comments, ladies. You could be right. She could have not meant it like that. But that was the sentence structure that she really put it in, at least on that short that they put on YouTube. And I wish I knew her name. The beautiful light skin. She played on so many different movies, but I do not know her name. But she just said she has, clarity now that she doesn't have sex. And a lot of people have more clarity, but I'm just saying, just because a woman has sex don't mean she doesn't have clarity or spiritual discernment. Yep, soul ties are real. I believe soul ties definitely can mess with a person's mind. But I think, I'm in my mid-40s, so I know it's different for each individual. Because, life experiences gives us something different in life. But just in my experience, y'all, as a 45-year-old woman, that switch up, people begin to switch up and change on you. And when people switch up on you all of a sudden or something like that, there's something off. And if you and that person didn't have an issue, didn't have an argument, or like I said, something is just all of a sudden. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, I'm talking about even friendships and associations. We have to be attentive to that switch up, how they talk to us, when they talk to us, if they respond to us. You have to be mindful of that, be aware of those things, because that switch up is real. And that switch up oftentimes is a reflection of a person that has likely wronged you, and they just don't want you to know, and they think that and before you find out and can question them, they will pull back from you. That's what that switch up typically means. Yep, exactly. It means they've been talking about you. And I'm going to tell you something else as we discuss over here as women. The sisterhood is shot. Sisterhood is not genuine and authentic either. The sisterhood it's a major zero, not just an F. It's a major zero in sisterhood. And sisterhood is not just a black thing. Sisterhood is a female/woman thing. You don't see genuine sisters anymore. A person that calls you a sister is the main person that's discussing you, but behind your back. And women too try to play women as bad communicators, as inauthentic individuals, as dramatic individuals, because they have betrayed them, discussed them, talked about them. So you got to be careful with that sisterhood. And I know people are quick to talk about men, but if only sometimes only if we knew how bad the women was doing us. So I would tell any woman, pay attention to the women that's around you. Pay attention to what she said. And you don't always have to tell her, like, why do you say this? Why? Just allow her to be comfortable in it. But you take note of it. Notice when a person may call you crazy or fool or and laugh, or how loud they laugh, because those are spiritual signs. Be attentive to that. You want your binky? Two-faced women are, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I think when you find yourself having genuine women around you, please do your best to keep them. Genuine women does not mean that you will never have a disagreement. It doesn't mean that you will never have an argument, but it means that you will always be able to overcome it. Genuine women are not going to discuss you behind your back and never bring that topic to your face. Genuine women are not going to get into huddles with other women of other circles and, communicate your life's issues to somebody else. Genuine women don't do that. You comfortable? Oh no, they don't like when you call them out. Where you want to go? Come on. Oh. What's the matter? Yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ladies, make sure you stay on top of your A game with yourself. I don't care what somebody portrays you or try to make you look like. Know who you are. You can never know who you are to somebody else if you always dismiss who you are or who you should be to yourself. And as long as you know who you are and what you stand for, stand on it. Stand tall on it. Don't waver on it. Don't allow anyone to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about yourself. Cool, you don't want the spacing. Yep, we definitely are an asset. Oh, yes, those mental. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, try to stay away from them couples, honey. Yes, God. And you know, ladies, I'm not against church at all. I'm not against the Bible at all. But what I will tell you is you need to make sure that you have an intimate and a very personal relationship with the Lord. When people in church or any type of setting want to know your business, it's for a reason. And when you are in church, when you see that church progressing, when you see that first lady doing well, the pastor's wife, the pastor, you should be just as good as her. You should be striving. If you feel like you're always not, if you're a lazy woman, don't blame it on anybody but yourself. But you cannot be a part of any type of community. And that's this one over here as well. The Bay channel, the All Eternal Love channel. If you do not strive for your own life and you are around a bunch of other people that do, you can't get mad because they get up in life and you don't. That's your own fault if you're lazy. But if people will withhold from you, gatekeep from you, give you around and about, then you need to really look at where you are. Oh yeah, there's a whole lot behind the scenes of churches. That's why we as people, whether we're male or female, we as people of all races and ages, we have to have a personal and intimate, relationship with the Lord. A lot of churches hold up marriages. I probably shouldn't be saying this online, but I'm gonna say it. A lot of churches hold up marriages. I'm talking about real kingdom marriages. Because kingdom marriages are going to always stand out. Kingdom marriages are going to always be what some people may call a power couple. Kingdom marriages are going to always have good influence. Kingdom marriages also are going to be builders. You're going to see fruit come from it. But when you have, the thing about church, when you have a couple that, people would think that's a kingdom marriage, pay attention. You can easily point out if they have an inner circle that's blessed and an outer circle that blesses them. See, with churches, let me show you. This is the church. This crystal ball here. The outer of the church. This is the kingdom marriage. You see this star right here? Let's say this star is a couple. This star here is a couple, and this asterisk is a couple. You may find certain people that's close to the one leader and his wife, his spouse, or whatever, and their blessings are similar to theirs. But the blessings come from the outer. The church is a builder of the woman of God, the man of God, the leading people. So if your life does not reflect their life, you need to look at it. Now, everybody, we all are on different stages because of our ages and the pinnacle of our life. If you don't know numerology, you should look into that. At the same time, you need to understand, I'm not saying your life is supposed to be exactly where there is or how, but when they strive, when they are progressing, so should your life be. If it's not, you need to look at how much you know about your leaders, what you're being taught. Church can be a beautiful thing, but church has become so much of a rip off, and the church people have become so hypocritical. All right, ladies. I'm going to end it there. I'm actually reading these comments, though, to be honest. Also, if you do go to church, that's a good thing. Have yourself a good study Bible, a good spiritual warfare Bible. You need to learn Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, even if it's just the basics of it. I wouldn't necessarily let everybody know what I'm, studying, but also you need to understand, try to find out what type of Bible that your pastor or your man or woman of God is the man or woman of God is teaching you from, and have a Bible like that or very similar to it. What you fuss about? Mm-hmm. Oh. Cool, you ready for your bath? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we have to understand. I hear that a lot. People saying the church is a hustle. This is what I would say about a church. The church is a business, and there's no need for anybody to lie or deny that. When people talk about kingdom business, guess what? Them tithes and offering got to keep that mortgage paid on that church, the lights paid, all the utilities and the expenses. It also has to cover, if they have employees of the church. It's a lot that goes on. Benevolence fund that's built for the churches, that's built for members and outreach ministries and things like that. So I would just tell you, look and see what your church or organization does for the community, and then you can tell if it's more of a hustle. Pay attention to how much they ask for, what they ask for. I've heard, and churches get a lot of, they have a lot of incentives. I'll say that they really do. I can't lie, 'cause yeah. But still, you can still tell. You can still tell if a church is about kingdom business. And me personally, I don't have an issue with a man or woman of God having a luxurious lifestyle, as long as the ministry reflects that. If I see a man or woman of God, unless that person has an outside business, many church leaders have small businesses they may not let Chloe that they may not let their congregation know about. What? You better hold all that talking for your mom and your daddy in a minute when they FaceTime. Watch your foot and put your foot here. Yep. When you know your church is good and about kingdom business, then enjoy it. Play your part in it. Pay your tithes and offering to it. And not only tithes and offering, be involved. Get a part. Join the outreach ministry. Recommend something to the pastor, to the first lady, or the leading deacons and elders. The thing of the matter is, churches need help too. Make some of your make your requests known to them. Say, suggest some things that you feel that will help not only the church but the community. Maybe you can ask or request to have like a private conversation about spirituality and religion and things like that. I'm sure if your pastor, male or female, if you bring it to them, they ain't just gonna call you no demon. They gonna look at you and say, okay, well, you know, let me think about that. Let me ponder on it. I'll get back to you. Yes, ma'am. Grandma, I love you. Yes, I do. Yep. When you know you got a good church, stay in it. Be involved. Be a part. Yep. Be helpful to that church and the community. Because the church is made up of builders. Okay, ladybugs, I'm gonna leave y'all alone on that. We started off with these disturbed men, but I love how we ended it on church. And yeah, we'll catch up another time. I might try to get. I don't know. I can't get much of nothing done with this little love muffin here. Isn't that right? Huh? Isn't that right? Say nope. I don't let grandma do much of nothing. I just want her to hold me. I just want her to be up under me. Like my, oh, Chloe, you didn't let loose. Go on, let it out. Ooh, come on, let me lift you up so you can get this on out, honey. Cause, ooh, Chloe, you stink. Ooh. All right, little buzz, let me go because I got a little pamper. I'm gonna have to change because goodness. One thing about these kids when they start cutting them teeth, so they have diarrhea so bad. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. All right, ladybugs. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. A great day. Until the next time. Namaste.